Good to go.
Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. We are pleased to be joined by Sam Mayer, the driver of the number one Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. Yes, that's right. There's a new number one in town. How's it going, Sam?
It's going pretty good. The season's finally starting to kick off, so I'm definitely excited for that.
Yeah, of course, this is. I know you've been waiting. I know you got to run part time last year, but this is the season you're running full time for Junior Motorsports in 2022. I know you were at production day yesterday. You know you had Fox production day yesterday, along with the rest of Junior Motorsports. How was it?
It was an experience to say the least. It was a lot of fun. Like I've never done anything quite like that before, so it was nice and fun to show up and just to see all these cup drivers doing all their video and photographs and stuff like that. So it was a pretty cool experience, and I did a pretty good job on my stuff too. So I'm looking forward to what they're going to do with it.
Okay, so I know it's been interesting in North Carolina the past few days. I see the snow has followed you to North Carolina. It's like you moved to North Carolina and you moved from Wisconsin down here up in the Midwest. We're used to that stuff, but
Yeah.
but the thing is now in North Carolina, it's like, oh no, we got snow. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it ended up being. Is like everyone was all freaking out, going to the store and buying milk and bread. Like literally, it was weird. It was actually weird. Like you think that's stereotypes, but like I went to the store like the day before, like everything went crazy, and there was literally like one loaf of bread on the shelf. It was like everyone actually went and got bread. It was so weird. It was so weird. But there was a lot of milk though, so I guess it's only one thing. But like still, it's like what happened down here the last couple of days. If that happened in Wisconsin, people would be like, "Oh, that's it? Only like 3 inches of snow? Whatever."
Yeah,
So it was just weird. The biggest thing was actually the roads were actually really bad, is because they don't have quite the equipment down here that we do up in the north. So it's hard for them to do that. But the roads were a little weird. But it wasn't that bad. Everyone was freaking out for no reason. I'm fine.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, we're used to it up here too. Of course, I'm from Michigan, so we're kind of used to all that fun stuff and
Yeah.
Mageddon and all that. So we're used to that stuff up here. So anyway, let's talk about the upcoming season. I know this question has been asked to me by several people in terms of, sponsorship. Where are we at in terms of that? I know your deal will be announced sometime next week.
Yeah. We're planning on having one big splash next week with the paint scheme, the hauler, the like pretty much everything that's going to be on it, like the car, how many races, and all that stuff, like the sponsor in general. That's all going to be next week. I hope it's next week. I don't know yet. It was supposed to be like a week ago, but then they pushed it back by 2 weeks because we had problems. But it's like it's gonna happen either way. We already have the deal and everything like that, so it's gonna happen either way, which is exciting for me. Obviously, having a new company on the car is always exciting for a driver. But I'm excited to announce that because it's a really big deal for us, and hopefully it continues to grow.
Yeah, sounds good. So yeah, we'll look forward to that next week, and of course we'll talk about it as soon as we can. So looking forward to that. Let's talk about your crew chief. Taylor Moyer is back with you this week. Of course, JRM finalized your crew chief number along with your car number. Of course, you're going to be in the one. Taylor Moyer will be your crew chief. You worked with Taylor since you were in the 8 car, but how exciting is it to work with him for a full 2022 season?
Yeah, I love Taylor. He's awesome. But it's not only Taylor, it's everyone else on the team. Like, obviously, the crew chiefs have their team that they want to build and how they want to build it with the people and everything. So I'm going to take everyone that was on the 8 car last year and bring the whole team over to the 1 car this year. So having all the same people that we did last year is huge for my development because I already have that relationship with those guys. So we can only focus on getting better as a race team and as one group. But Taylor in general, he's probably my favorite that I've had so far. Him and Marty are definitely going for the top spot. But I love him. He does a really, really, really good job. And he's very thorough with everything. And the way he runs his team is very upbeat and vibey. which is good. That's exactly how I like to roll. So I'm definitely looking forward to this year, and hopefully, with all that positivity, we can get a couple wins.
Yeah, it's the Xfinity series is going to be absolutely insane this year. So, um, let's talk about getting through all these races. I know that you learned a lot of things last year about racing in the Xfinity series and all that. What do you think is the biggest thing that you learned last year?
Man, I'd say anything that has to do with mile and a half racing is probably the most important thing that I've done. Just because I've really never done anything over a mile and a half in the ARCA series or anything else is because I wasn't old enough. Because I literally turned 18 the day before I raced in the Xfinity series for the first time. So it's kind of like just throwing them in with the wolves and seeing what happens. So the biggest thing I learned is like how to deal with these mile and a halves with the aerodynamics and all that fun stuff. Figuring all that out last year. So this year I know what to expect and we can go out and be ready for it.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely going to be something. I know you got all, you've raced on most of the tracks that the Xfinity Series is going to. Obviously, no one's raced Atlanta. Yeah, well, I mean, you've got plenty of experience at Dover. You haven't raced Charlotte yet. You've raced the Roval, not the big oval.
Yeah.
But everywhere else you've raced and really.
Yeah. Like I'd say
But
the biggest one that I haven't been to and a lot of people have been to is probably Fontana. That's gonna be a butt kicker right there, because that's such a fast aerodynamic racetrack, and it's the second race of the year, so you're going right into it like all the way. Like,
right.
so it's exciting. It's gonna be challenging, I think, with not a lot of practice at those racetracks like Portland and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but like yeah, Californians, I'm really excited for that one because the team's performed really well there in the past, and I've done it on the simulator, and it's probably one of the most fun I've had in the simulator.
Yeah. So it's definitely going to be experienced. I mean, 2 mile tracks, obviously, maybe it'll work better, Fontana, because the last time you were on a 2 mile track, it didn't work out so well. Of course, it's my home track. Of course, usually when I'm at some of your races, you've done well. Of course, Toledo in 2020, but who knows? We'll have
Yeah,
to see.
hopefully we don't have transmission issues next time we go to Michigan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's, I mean, who knows? It's like the thing is, it's like the bad luck thing. Do you feel like you've gotten all that out of you?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm here for the positivity. The next, what is it, like 8 months or something like that? We're gonna be racing, so I'm excited for that because I think I got all the rust and all the bad stuff out of the way.
Did you get rid of that? What if you speaking of positivity, you need to get that Browns helmet you got, and you need to get it out there because right when you got it is when it all went downhill.
I know it's
Okay, so to confirm, I was going to ask you this: that was a Baker Mayfield signed helmet, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay, so for people that don't know, and for people that don't follow him on Instagram or Twitter, he got a Baker Mayfield signed Cleveland Browns helmet. Yes, he's a Browns fan. We covered this in like a year ago, so if you want to, you can. The story of how Sam became a Browns fan. What are you gonna do with that thing now? It's like that thing is cursed.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully next year, it'll be better luck by next year. Maybe it's like my racing career. I got all the bad luck out of the way early when I first got it, and then next year it's gonna be perfect.
Well, you started off well. I mean, you got all those wins in like ARCA, and then you got the Trucks win at Bristol, and then you got to Xfinity. It's like, oh, okay.
2021 was a little rough, but 2020 was good.
Yeah. The thing is that's the opposite of most people because 2020 was the pandemic year, and then 2021 was like, okay, maybe we're doing okay or something like that.
Yeah, I had it a little backwards, but that's okay.
Yeah,
We're 22 now, so it's the year of positivity.
That's good. Let's see. I know that what's been most interesting, just surviving all this winter stuff. Like what's the biggest like thing that you had to do and all that? Did you just like it's like, oh, I can't go anywhere now.
Yeah, it's weird because like as someone who literally travels across the country for a living, going to all these different racetracks, it's nice to literally just sit at home and do nothing. for pretty much the whole off season. And that's what I've been doing for the off season is literally nothing. So it's been nice and relaxing, just hanging out, seeing a bunch of friends, going out to dinner and stuff like that. But just relaxing and watching TV or playing video games or something like that. That's my kind of off season.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, it's definitely been interesting. You've definitely had an interesting off season. Yeah. What did you do? I know that you were up in the state next to you, Minnesota, with your girlfriend's family. How was that? How was that experience and all that?
That was fun. It was really nice because like we didn't plan that trip until like literally the start of December. So it came out of nowhere and it was so much fun. It's a lot colder there than it is in Wisconsin, actually, whether
Yeah.
I like to
No.
admit that or not.
Yes.
Excuse me. But like, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I spent like pretty much almost a week there. And we just went out to the Mall of America and saw a bunch of stuff. So it was a nice, relaxing trip. And then I went home to Wisconsin, right next door, and hung out with my family for like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and stuff like that. So it was nice. It was relaxing. But it's definitely nice to be down here in North Carolina again, get back in the swing of things.
In Wisconsin, I'm only one state over to you, so
Yeah.
you never
Yeah,
know.
we're all neighbors.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we are neighbors. It's like, we've known each other for so long, so it's like
Right.
like literally right there. So let's see. What's like the oh, I just forgot this. So I know that you've been working with like Chevy driver development program, and we had Jack Woodlawn last week, and apparently they're doing soccer drills and all that. And I heard you have a leg, dude.
Yeah, so it's funny. So we started soccer, I guess it's like 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Um, and it started out nice and easy, not doing a whole lot, just doing a couple drills here and there. But then last week we went like full on soccer almost. Like we were like kicking balls and like shooting goals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we did like a drill where we had to go up against each other, like teams. And it was like whoever could make the most goals in like a minute or something like that wins, whichever team wins. Well, the team that lost had to go up to the goal, pretend to be a goalie, but turn around, and the winning team got to kick soccer balls at you.
So who was on each team? Like, if
Okay, so it was me, Sheldon, or no, it was me, Jack,
Wood.
and Josh Berry on a team.
Oh boy.
And then the other team was Sheldon, Austin Hill, and then one other person I can't remember. But they won. They crushed us like a grape. It was like
Noah Gregson.
no, it wasn't there. It was like 4-1 or something like that. So we lost really badly.
Oh.
And so we went up to the goal. We turned around, and I like have my head turned like that, and I can see Jack looking right at me in my eye, and he kicked that thing right at me. Thank God he has bad aim because he missed like by a foot. But that was scary. That thing was coming at like 20 miles an hour. I was like, holy crap. And then Sheldon obviously did the same thing. They pretty much all of them went for me. So
yeah, it's called Everyone Has Terrible. Well, so we had Jack Wood on last week. Everyone has terrible aim, from what I know. It's like I want to see you play. I was like you guys need to do is go get a game with the Toyota guys and see what happens there, or go see what the Ford guys want to go do, or I don't know.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. Get the Manufacturers Cup in there, or go play in like Corey LaJoie's kickball game or something.
Oh yeah, we definitely need that for practice or something like that.
I can't wait for you guys like play baseball. That's gonna be fun.
I was actually thinking about that the other day. I was like, I wonder if Josh is gonna make us do baseball during the summer because he's been doing all these weird stuff.
I don't know if you know, but I don't know if this is accurate or not, but you're the only one I think to throw out a first pitch somewhere. I think too, because I think you a couple years ago you. Yeah, I mean, well, you threw out the first pitch I think of a Brewers game a couple years ago. So
yeah, Miller Park, yeah.
Yeah. Well, now it's like American Century Field.
Yeah, it's like American Family Park.
Oh, American Family Field, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so how are you with like, with being, being at home, not really not really anything going on. How have you kind of managed like diet stuff? Have you gotten bad? I had Culver's a few days ago, so it was
Yeah, like I've been really good about that, especially since the new year.
yeah.
I've been trying to be really, really nice and fit and stuff like that, because
Mm.
I splurged over the off season.
Oh,
But it's been going good so far. What are we 19 days in? So and I'm kicking it into high gear every day. So it's going good.
yep. Oh yeah. I mean, it's something. I gotta. Yeah, I was at Culver's, and then I ate a. No, I haven't eaten any Uncrustables yet. So
Yeah,
that's yeah. But the thing
that's
is,
actually one thing. I've been having it like 2 Uncrustables a week. That's what I'm letting myself do.
so last week, I don't know if you saw this. David Malukas got off coffee, and because now he's in full time IndyCar. Of course, you two
Yeah.
went to the car. Of course, long time ago, you guys went karting together. You were in the IndyCar kind of contingency there for a little bit.
For a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. And then he just gave up and I think one time he told me he like drank like 5-6 cups of coffee. Now he's on like this tea thing or something. Um, so I mean, if anybody can do it, I don't know. I'm trying to lose some myself, so it's
Yeah.
kind of dealing with the process there. But yeah, it's have you ever tried coffee?
I drink a couple cups of coffee a week. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I'm a coffee drinker a little bit too. Like
Not, not
I'll go to Starbucks sometimes and get like a nice macchiato or something like that. But sometimes I make my own coffee at home too.
Yeah, for sure. Always good to have coffee. There's a lot. I mean, actually, there's a lot of if coffee is all for all NASCAR PR reps because they absolutely need it. Yeah, so that's where that's at. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be fun. Okay, what track are you most looking forward to this coming season?
Man, that's a fun one. Probably either Indy again,
Yeah.
because I need redemption there, and then California's up there, Daytona's up there, Bristol's obviously up there, Dover's
Oh,
up there. Man, there's so many. If I had to pick one without being myself, because normal me would say Bristol, obviously.
well, everybody would say Bristol.
Yeah, for obvious reasons, I would say Bristol. But like,
I mean,
I
yeah.
don't know. It's a tough one. That's Dakota, or honestly, I'm gonna say California because it's the last year we're gonna run that racetrack, and I'm getting the opportunity to run it at least once, so it's super fun.
Yep.
And it's one of the most fun tracks I've run on the simulator. So who knows? It might be my new favorite track.
Well, you said that about Phoenix last time, and then I mean you did well.
I suck at Phoenix.
Yeah. So let's not go there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
all right.
Phoenix and me don't get along yet. We're still working on it.
There's a lot of tracks that don't get along with you, so we'll have to change that as I'm.
Yeah, this year I'll
Let's
talk
see,
to you at the end of the year this year and see how it goes.
Kansas owes you one. Michigan owes you one. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
good.
Phoenix owes me a couple. They owe me at
Phoenix
least.
does owe you a couple.
Yeah,
Yes.
three ARCA races, a truck race or two.
Yeah, that good stuff there, Mayor. All right,
Yeah.
Sam Mayor, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on. Let's have you on sometime and go get you some Culvers today.
Sounds good to me. I'm gonna do that.